Okay, aloha. I'm Senator Malama Solomon. I represent Waimea on the island of Hawaii, Waimea Hamakua Coast, and I go all the way to Keaukaha and Waikoloa. So geographically, I have a very large district, and it's the geographics of this district, of my senatorial district, that inspired my selection of my art pieces here in my office. I tried to select pieces that kind of represent the different cultures and the cultural diversity of my senatorial district. And this is why I have these pieces. This is one of my favorites, which is In Nature's Eye. And of course, you know, the Big Island, I have Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, and Hualalai. And to me, that is a very, this piece is very symbolic of what those mountains represent, because they in fact are there, the guardians of the island of Hawaii. This is our hula hala, which is something that I brought a personal piece of mine, and our Beamer Solomon hala o hala. And I think that it complements because it tells us about the youth of Hawaii and what this great state is all about. My oriental work is I do have a very large what I consider to be a traditional Japanese communities along the Hamakua coast, and like I've always been a part of that, bond dancing and so on and so forth, and I thought this was a wonderful rendition to celebrate their culture. And this piece I thought was very interesting. It talks about it's a contemporary piece. These are my favorites. I have two little pieces like this in my office at home, which is Obi-san and Oji-san, which represents our kupuna. And this sculpture, I think, is a couple. And I think they're kupuna and elderly and, of course, Japanese. So it kind of fits. Anyway, for the Hawaiian churches, which I've always loved. And this is a really interesting piece. Of course, it comes from San Francisco. And I don't know, my daughter and I, we love San Francisco. We visit the Golden Gate Park, and I thought that was a great piece. Okay, now here, I love this because, you know, I was an athlete and of course a dancer, and I just love the movement of this piece, and I like its strength and its masculinity, and of course kind of reminds me of sumo wrestling, which it's still quite a favorite in my district. And this is the old church. And when I first ran for the Senate in 1982, I had the first canoe district in the state of Hawaii, which was half of Maui and half of the island of Hawaii. And this church was there at Kenai. So this is why it kind of, for me, it came full circle when I'm back here, because the governor had pointed me to this position, but the church at Kenai is always a friendly reminder. This represents, I feel, a great piece. It really kind of reminded me of a lion dance. So anyway, that's my story. That's what motivated me to select all this art. So my room number is 207, and please drop by and enjoy these magnificent pieces. And I hope to see you all. Alrighty, aloha.